What's good, team? Right now, I'm about to bring you guys another episode of the Explain series today. In this week's episode, I'll be explaining the Subterror deck in detail. I'm going to be going over the deck's core, some supporting cards for the archetype, and explaining why you guys should play the deck. Now, as I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys who watch this series weekly already know, I cut out the intro from the beginning of the video, the live intro that is, and that is due to the fact of it's going to actually take me a lot more time to get this video up with that intro, so I'm just testing it out to see how you guys like it without the intro. If it's that big of a deal and you guys prefer to have the live intro, let me know about that in the comment section down below. Or if you guys don't care and you guys think the content is still great without the intro, just let me know once again in the comment section down below. So now that I got that disclaimer out of the way, let's get to the damn deck. Why this deck? Now, I have why this deck because for one, it's a new deck. You know, variety of spice of life. Sometimes the grass is green on the other side. With it being said, it's always good to try out something new. The deck is a TCG exclusive, which means it's going to be getting support for a long time, at least 3 or 4 sets up until next year Nationals. So, kind of like how Cosmos got their support, and kind of like how Cosmos and BA both started off slow and ended off strong. This deck can be pretty much just like that. So, be on the lookout for this deck. And I got the third why this deck. A lot of the cards have a full block of text, and the reason why that is good because, you know, when you go into a big event and you're playing around 6, 7, 8, 9, players are tired. They're not going to want to read your card effects, so they might misinterpret something, and you can use that to your favor. Not saying that you're cheating, but let's say, for example, if you tell them your effect and they see your card and they read it, they still might think it does something else, and it might make them misplay. So now they got all of those out of the way, I'm going to go into the cards and explain what each card do. Subterror Nemesis Warrior. Level 4 Earth Monster. 1800 attack, 1200 defense. Artwork is pretty cool. It's a guy with a sword. Looks like a low budget cloud from Final Fantasy VII. During either player's turn, you can send one Subterror monster from your deck to the graveyard, tribute this card, and at least one other monster, so the total original levels tributed equal to or exceed the level of that Subterror monster in that graveyard. And if you do, special summon that monster in face up or face down defense position. If a Subterror Behemoth monster is flipped face up while this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card. You can only use each effect of Subterror Nemesis Warrior once per turn. So the first thing I know about this card, let's say for example when you first use this effect, let's say you tribute off him and some other random fucktard card, and you bring out the Subterror, a Subterror monster. The monster you bring out, if let's say for example a Subterror monster, if it's a Subterror Behemoth, once you flip that monster back up and special summon Subterror Nemesis Warrior out of the graveyard, you can use Warrior's effect again to send another Subterror monster, and then use his effect to tribute him and then the one that's on the field around that monster. So he's like an engine in its own. He's pretty much the heart and soul of the deck based off of that first line of text. Subterror Behemoth Umastryx. I believe I read that card correct. Flip effect. You can target one monster your opponent controls. Banish it. You can only use this effect of Subterror Behemoth Umastryx once per turn. When a face-up monster you control is flipped face down, if you control no face-up monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Once per turn, you can change this card to the face down defense position. So you flip them up, banish a monster your opponent controls, and then when Subterror monster flip face down, if you control the face of monster, you can special summon them out of your hand. So it's pretty good because for one, while he's in your hand, when a face of monster you control is flip face down, you can also special summon him, so it prevents clogging. And its effect that banishes the card is pretty good. 2100 attack, 2700 defense, reptile monster. Artwork is amazing, looks like a dragon, and overall it's another solid card, Earth type, level 7. Subterror Behemoth Stalagmo. I believe this was the ultra rare out of the set. Flip effect. You can discard one Subterror monster, and if you do, draw 2 cards. You can only use this effect of Subterror Behemoth Stalagmo once per turn. When a face-up monster you control is flip face down, you control no face-up monster, you can special summon this card from your hand defense position. Once per turn, you can turn this card to face down defense position. So, same thing as the Umastryx. Well, if you control face-up monster you control is flip face down, and if you control no face-up monster, you can special summon them out of your hand, so it prevents clogging. And his flip effect allows you to shift through the deck, get rid of more dead Subterror monsters. Overall, another solid card for the archetype. Really loving what these cards do. He is, I believe, at level 10, 2800 attack, 2100 defense, rock type monster. So overall, very solid card. Kind of reminds me of a Goliath from Gargoyles. Pretty cool card. Really nostalgic look. The Hidden City. Now this is the field spell for the deck. This is a secret rare. So if you guys are planning on building this archetype and you want to collect the cards early while they're still relatively low, I suggest collect this card now at 3. When this card is activated, you can add one Subterror monster in your deck to your hand. So this is pretty much a Rhoda. Once per turn, you can change one face down but defense position monster. Subterror monster you control to face up attack or defense position. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can change one face down defense position. Subterror monster you control to face up attack or defense position. Then you can negate that attack. You can only activate one hit per turn, so you can't stack them by searching out multiple Subterrors. But once you activate it, you add one, and then you can negate attacks by changing one face down Subterror monster you control face up, and then once you change them face up, you're gonna get their flip effects. So it's a really fucking good, it's a really great card. You can play Hidden City and add your warrior, and then you can use your warrior effect if you have another card in the field. Overall, solid card. That's really good. Hidden City is definitely a 3 of in the deck. It's just like Warrior's Heart and Soul of the deck. And Warrior is a warrior type that's 04, so he's a Rhoda target. Keep note of that. Now I'm gonna go over some supporting cards for the deck. Based on the research I've seen online and watching the great Lithium 2300 videos, he did an amazing Subterror video, so I'll actually recommend you guys to go to his channel and watch that video. Matter of fact, I'm going to link his video in the description below for you guys that did not see that video, because his video was really good. He's just testing out his version of Subterrors, and the deck's pretty much running Spirit of the Fall Winds, pretty much a staple in the deck so far. This card's numbersome. You can add one flip monster from your deck to your hand. 1800 beater, 900 attack, 900 defense, and level 4 wind type. It's a pretty decent card. I predict in the near future the card probably won't be used, but right now in the early stages of the deck, it's a really good card. The deck in Lithium's version, he's using a SPYRAL engine to abuse things like X-Saber Invoker, because X-Saber Invoker allows you to bring out your warrior, which helps start your combos. And he's also using the Prediction Princess, which is an amazing card for the deck. But unfortunately, it's a ritual that allows you to abuse flip effects, and it's during either player's turn. So overall, I predict in the future, based on what the archetype is looking like, Prediction Princess won't be used. Probably be using some clinky decks that wants to try a different version of the deck out. But it just seems like it's out. While it's in place for the deck, I can tell by the way Konami's designing the deck with the warrior and the field spell that they're gonna create more archetype cards that are gonna make the deck more consistent to that of Burning Abyss and Cosmos, like they've done before in the past. But I could be wrong. Only time will tell. Only future will tell. This is all speculation. Final thoughts on the deck. While the deck is pretty good based on the videos I've seen on Lithium's channel once again, the deck can make very massive fields of 2 to 3 monsters, but it's going to keep a low hand count, meaning it's going to be destruction prone. So if you guys are scared of destruction effects like Dark Hole, Raigeki, Monarchs, the deck's going to get his ass kicked by that. But the deck, despite that fact, has cool tricks, because the Hidden City can combo with your Umastryx to banish a card, because you're going to flip your Umastryx face down, so face up, banish the guy, and you can negate, then you can negate that attack as well. So overall, it's just solid stuff. But I guess if you banish your attack, the guy, you can't, negating the attack will be pointless, but you can use Hidden City, flip up, Stalagmo, draw 2, and then negate. So overall, the cards are good, got some cool tricks, but it's not powerful enough yet. At the moment, I predict the deck is going to be tier 2.5 due to the fact that it just doesn't have enough support to be its own entity, and even with outsiding support cards, the deck's just not that strong. So, with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this new format of my Explain series. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. And as I always tell you guys, if you're a new viewer to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe for more competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. Upload 3 times a week. On Mondays I do my general discussions, on Wednesdays I do my top 10s, and on Fridays I do my Explain series by explaining decks and archetypes in detail. I do these videos because I truly believe in helping you guys become better players, and I also do these videos because I truly believe in you guys helping me become a better player. Chris from Team Innovation signing out. Peace guys, stay innovative. And almost before I forget, I want you guys to click on the screen in the right hand corner to vote for next week's episode of the Explain series. So now that I got that part of it out of the way, go ahead and vote, and I'm out. Peace guys, stay innovative. Deuces. is what social media is made for, how do you expect your game to expand more and more and more? Card games are pretty much going online now.